Before we start, please watch my previous video. The link will be in the description.
Oh boy. Mattea Roach returned for her 23rd game on Jeopardy. She won a 22-day total of $534,984. Ken Jennings' instruction was, on this 5th day of the 5th month, our champion Mattea Roach finds herself in 5th place, both in terms of consecutive games won and total money won in regular season play. But what's really remarkable is that 3 of the top 5 champions in both of those categories are players from this season. Mattea Roach, Amy Schneider, and now Mattea Roach. It has been an incredible showing of super champions, and we never know when the next great player is about to make their debut. Could it be TJ or Sarah? Do you remember when I said I noticed fans are gravitating towards seeing Matt, Amy, and Mattea in the Tournament of Champions as opposed to Matt, Jonathan, and Amy, which is what I still hope for? Well, now fans are comparing Mattea to Matt and Amy, and so is Ken. Mattea is in 5th place for most money won and most games won as she's playing on the 5th day of the 5th month. An astronomical chance happening in Jeopardy that's only spookier when I said Jonathan Fisher being the 11th day winner should have aired on November 11th of 2011. The number factor is something I would have normally kept track of. Now that I brought it up, what Ken should have also mentioned is Mattea has over 500,000 American dollars on the 5th day of the 5th month. As you can tell, I have mixed feelings about Ken's preamble, and here's something I'm going to say that I haven't said in previous champions I kept track of this season. Just because I know that Ken's going to make it about Mattea's age if she wins 23 games, I'm secretly hoping she loses tonight. Okay, let's get into the game. Well, Sarah was in the lead when she got the daily double. She wagered $2,000 and went to $4,200. Ground that's frozen year-round, it's called this. For research in Alaska, the Army Corps of Engineers built a tunnel in it. Sarah answered, what is tundra? Then when Ken asked her to be more specific, she answered, what is permafrost? I noticed that fans caught on to this as well. I don't really know what to think of it. Nobody answered the last question of the first round. Once again, TJ was in 3rd place at 400, Mattea was in 2nd place at 5,000, and Sarah was in the lead at 8,000. I hope this isn't yet another game when I feel bad for the runner-up in Final Jeopardy. Sarah began Double Jeopardy in a streak of right answers. Sarah was going down as Mattea was catching up. Mattea got the first daily double in Double Jeopardy. I'm not obsessed with the bridge category. I'll do 2,000. Ken told her it'd be a little weird if she was. Mattea took too much time to answer and went down to $6,600. Sarah got the second daily double in Double Jeopardy, bet 5,000, had a funny reaction when she answered correctly, and went to a strong lead of $22,600, which is usually what Mattea scores. Mattea in her Double Jeopardy and her score going down to 13,000. TJ was unfortunately still in the red at negative 3,600, and Sarah was in the lead at $22,600. Looks like this is it for Mattea. The Final Jeopardy category was 20th Century Cinema. The question was, a black and white newsreel in this film begins, in Xanadu did Kubla Khan stately pleasure dome decree. Boom, Citizen Kane. Alright, well, I knew that immediately. Let's look at the results. Mattea answered Citizen Kane. Sarah did not answer. Mattea, which means Mattea still won. How? There's no way she still won. Mattea could have lost in her 3rd game. Mattea could have lost in her 3rd game. Mattea could have lost in her 3rd game. Mattea could have lost in her 5th game. Mattea could have lost in her 7th game. Mattea could have lost in her 11th game. Mattea could have lost in her 17th game. Mattea could have lost in her 19th game. Ben and Julian were nothing. I feel the worst for Sarah. Mattea is the luckiest, most successful player in the history of Jeopardy. Look, I really don't want Mattea to lose. I just don't want to feel bad for the runners-up. Mattea survived 3 scares last week, and she survived this game in what was the craziest Final Jeopardy in the history of the show. Now that I had a little more time to take this in, as insane as this Final Jeopardy round was, there were a lot of mixed reactions. Besides everyone being in complete shock at the results, some fans are hoping to see Sarah in the second chance tournament, while others were highly critical, saying Sarah shouldn't even be on Jeopardy if she hadn't seen Citizen Kane.
I've never seen Citizen Kane.
You know what? I wish Citizen Kane was never made. I say this as a film fan. As I was looking through old files, I found out I only created a document that was just titled Citizen Kane 75th Anniversary. Here I am 6 years later wishing it was never made. And I'm canceling the project because I won't be able to go over it without talking about this final Jeopardy round. Other fans were bringing up the Zerg cam. Nancy Zerg defeated Ken Jennings, and I guess fans were mentioning the Zerg cam because Mattea and Nancy Zerg had the same reaction. This is also the third time Mattea doubted herself and thought she was going to lose. The third time she made some sort of comment alluding to her loss. I wish Citizen Kane was never made. Well, that's it for this video. We'll see Mattea again tomorrow, and the following week, and the week after that. Seriously, nothing compares. I don't need to continue watching to know that Mattea is going to beat James Holzhauer's record. I don't need to continue watching to know that Mattea is going to beat Matt Amodio's record. I don't need to continue watching to know that Mattea is going to beat Amy Schneider's record. No one can stop her. The only champion I imagine defeating Mattea at this point is Maureen O'Neill, and that's because Maureen would bet everything and somehow miraculously get the answer correct. That's the thing. Maureen's games were just luck. A lot of Mattea's games were also just luck, including this one. I mean, it's a feeling of both shock. I'm both shocked and impressed. I mean, yeah, Mattea's a good player, and as I said many times, I really do enjoy seeing her play. It's just this... nothing compares. That's all I can say. Nothing compares. So yeah, we'll see her again tomorrow. And God, if she was this lucky throughout her reign, I can't imagine the Tournament of Champions. I really want to congratulate Mattea. I just feel too sorry for Sarah to congratulate Mattea. Sorry, Sarah. Really good player. Almost defeated. Maybe we'll see her in the second chance tournament, as well as Ben and Julian, I hope.
And as always, thank you for watching.